Good morning, students. From today onwards, we will study cash flow statement. This is the last topic of our syllabus and very important. There will be last question of 6 marks on cash flow statement. See the meaning of cash flow statement. A cash flow statement is a statement showing inflow and outflows of cash during a particular period. Means this statement shows cash and cash equivalents position during a given period of time, that is during 1 year from 1st April to 31st March. It shows the net increase or net decrease of cash and cash equivalents under various activities, that is operating activities, investing activities and financing activities. Okay. It means it is a summary of sources and application of cash during a particular span of time. It studies the reasons for changes in the balance of cash between the two balance sheet dates. ओके. म्हणजे बिझनेसमध्ये कॅश येते कोणकोणत्या मार्गाने आणि कोणकोणत्या मार्गाने ती कॅश यूज होते याचं ॲनालिसिस करण्याचं काम कॅश फ्लो स्टेटमेंटमध्ये केलं जातं. अँड द टर्म कॅश हिअर स्टँड्स फॉर कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हॅलंट्स. मीन्स cash in hand, cash at bank, current investments, short-term investment or marketable securities, and checks and drafts on hand. Cash and cash equivalents include all these items. Understood? So cash, the term cash here stands for cash and these cash equivalents. I am telling you again, cash and cash equivalents means cash in hand, cash at bank, current investments, short-term investments or marketable securities, that is which can be converted into cash immediately, and checks and drafts on hand. Okay. These all items included in cash and cash equivalents. Bank overdraft and cash credit will be considered as financial activity as they are short-term borrowings. Therefore, henceforth they will not be considered as cash and cash equivalents. Understood? Cash flow statement. In cash flow statement we include the items which affect cash position of the business. Okay. Now the objectives of cash flow statement. First objective is to ascertain the sources of cash and cash equivalents from operating, investing and financing activities of the enterprise. See, cash flow statement is very important, very useful for short-term financial planning and for preparing the cash budget of the company. Okay. So, for that purpose, the accountant has to ascertain the sources of cash and cash equivalents. म्हणजे ऑपरेटिंग, इन्व्हेस्टिंग आणि फायनान्सिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमधून कॅश कुठून बिझनेसमध्ये कशी येते हे शोधून काढणं. आणि सेकंडली ॲप्लिकेशन ऑफ दॅट कॅश, म्हणजे ती कॅश कुठे वापरली जाते या ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमध्ये. ओके. हे ॲसर्टन करणं हे गरजेचं असतं. सो दीज टू ऑब्जेक्टिव्ज आर मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव्ज. सिमिलरली, to ascertain the net change in cash and cash equivalents, that is difference between the sources and application of cash between two dates of balance sheet. म्हणजे या वर्षीच्या शेवटची बॅलन्स शीट आणि पुढच्या वर्षीच्या शेवटची बॅलन्स शीट याची कंपॅरिझन करताना, ह्याचा स्टडी करताना, प्लॅनिंग करण्यासाठी sources of cash and application of cash. Cash means cash and cash equivalents. Study of these items is necessary. Okay. And lastly, to highlight the major activities that have provided cash and that have used cash during a particular period, and to show their effect on overall cash balance. These all study is important while preparing cash budget, as well as it is useful for short-term financial planning of the company. It is helpful in making decision of payment of dividend. It is also important for various managerial decision, and it is useful for outsider because cash flow statement helps the investors, outsiders, that is debenture holders, lenders, bankers, while giving credit to the company to analyze the financial position of the company. Okay, so they can take proper decision how to give and how much to give the loan to the company, etc. Understood? According to Accounting Standard 3 AS3, cash flow statement is classified into three categories, that is operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. Classification of all activities in these three categories helps the users to analyze the cash position of the company. So here is the first point, that is cash flows from operating activities. For 1 mark questions, you have to prepare your own notes from these notes. हायलाइट्स मी समजावून सांगणारच आहे, पण तुम्ही याच्या नोट्स काढणं खूप गरजेचं आहे. दीज आर कॅश फ्लोज फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज. आय विल एक्सप्लेन इच ॲक्टिव्हिटी इन हायलाइट्स. ओके. ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज म्हणजे काय, तर मेन रेव्हेन्यू जनरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज ऑफ ॲन एंटरप्राइज. They include cash flows from those transactions and events which enter into ascertainment of net profit or loss of the enterprise. म्हणजे बिझनेस चालवताना मेन रेव्हेन्यू जनरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज ज्या आहेत त्या बिझनेसच्या, दे आर कन्सिडर्ड ॲज ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज फॉर दॅट बिझनेस. ओके. सो कॅश रिसीट, कॅश इनफ्लोज कशामुळे होतात बघा, तर कॅश रिसीट्स फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ गुड्स अँड रेंडरिंग सर्व्हिसेस, cash receipts from royalties, fees, commissions and other revenue, cash receipts from debtors and bills receivable, and cash outflows are cash payments for purchase of goods and services, cash payments to creditors and bills payable, cash payments of wages, salary, other payments to employees or other expenses, etc. Cash payments or refund of income tax unless they can be specifically identified with financing and investing activities. These are main revenue generating activities. ओके. सो ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमध्ये कॅश इनफ्लो किंवा आउटफ्लोमध्ये या ॲक्टिव्हिटीज येतील. आता एक लक्षात ठेवायचं की इन केस ऑफ फायनान्शियल एंटरप्राइजेस, म्हणजे जर फायनान्शियल एंटरप्राइजेस असतील, फॉर एक्झाम्पल बँक्स, म्युच्युअल फंड्स, कंपनीज, एट्सेट्रा, then keep it in mind, cash outflow and cash inflow arising from purchase and sale of securities will be treated as operating activities. कारण बँक्स आणि म्युच्युअल फंड यांची मेन ॲक्टिव्हिटी ऑफ बिझनेस इज पर्चेस अँड सेल ऑफ सिक्युरिटीज. सो कॅश इनफ्लो और आउटफ्लो फ्रॉम दीज ॲक्टिव्हिटीज विल बी ट्रीटेड एज आयटम्स ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज. ओके. बिकॉज पर्चेस अँड सेल ऑफ सिक्युरिटीज इज द मेन पार्ट ऑफ रेव्हेन्यू जनरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज ऑफ these institutions. Understood? Similarly, interest paid to the customers or interest received as well as dividend received will also be treated as cash flow from operating activities in case of only financial enterprises. This is an important note to keep it in mind. Okay. Now, second point is cash flow from investing activities. Cash flow from investing activities is related to amount invested by the company in various fixed assets or investments, etc. It includes purchase and sale of long-term assets such as tangible fixed assets like land and building, plant and machinery, motor car, furniture, etc., which are not for resale but for use in the business. These activities also include the purchase and sale of investments, obviously. So it includes the following: cash payments for acquiring fixed assets, cash receipts from sale of fixed assets, obviously intangible सुद्धा, म्हणजे इंटॅन्जिबल फिक्स ॲसेटसुद्धा. त्यानंतर कॅश पेमेंट्स टू ॲक्वायर शेअर्स, वॉरंट्स, डेट्स, इन्स्ट्रुमेंट्स ऑफ अदर इंटरप्राइजेस मीन्स इन्व्हेस्टमेंट इन securities of other companies will be included in investing activities. Cash receipts from sale of shares, warrants, debts, instruments of other enterprises. Cash advances and loans made to third parties. In case of financial enterprises, this will be treated as cash flow from operating activities. Okay. Similarly, cash receipts from the repayment of advances, loans made to the third parties. Cash receipts of insurance claim of property involved in accident. Cash receipts of interest and dividend. In case of financial enterprises, these will be treated as cash flows from operating activities as we have discussed earlier. Okay. Now cash flows from financing activities. Financing activities are related to the finance of the company. म्हणजे कोणकोणत्या गोष्टीमुळे कंपनीला फायनान्स होतोय याच्याशी रिलेटेड असतात ह्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीज. सी द एक्झाम्पल. कॅश रिसीट्स फ्रॉम इश्युइंग शेअर्स or issuing debentures, issuing preference shares, equity shares, etc. Cash receipts from short-term and long-term borrowings. Cash payment for buyback of equity shares. Cash repayments of short-term and long-term borrowings. म्हणजे पेमेंट केली तर कॅश आउटफ्लो होणार आहे, लोन्स घेतली तर कॅश इनफ्लो होणार आहे. बरोबर आहे. कॅश इनफ्लो मीन्स कॅश कमिंग इन, कॅश आउटफ्लो मीन्स कॅश गोईंग आउट. Cash payments of dividend both on preference and equity shares. Cash payments for interest on long-term borrowings. Changes in bank overdraft or cash credit, because bank overdraft and cash credit will be considered as financial activities as they are considered as short-term borrowings. Okay. So these are the items from operating activities, investing activities and financing activities. We'll study again it point wise afterwards. You have to prepare your own notes from these notes. Now there are some special items. Let's discuss the treatment of these special items now. See, first item in interest item is interest and dividend. Cash inflow from interest and dividend and cash outflow on account of interest and dividend should be disclosed separately. It means cash inflow from interest and dividend. आपण दुसऱ्या कंपनीच्या डिबेंचर्समध्ये जर इन्व्हेस्ट केली तर वी विल रिसीव इंटरेस्ट, दॅट इज कॅश इनफ्लो. इफ वी हॅव इन्व्हेस्टेड इन शेअर्स ऑफ अदर कंपनी वी विल रिसीव डिव्हिडंड, दॅट इज कॅश इनफ्लो ऑफ डिव्हिडंड. अँड कॅश आउटफ्लो ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट अँड डिव्हिडंड. Cash outflow of interest means paying interest to our debenture holders. Cash outflow of dividend means paying dividend to our shareholders. They should be disclosed separately. Cash inflow arising from interest and dividend received should be shown as cash flow from investing activities, because we have invested amount in shares and debentures and we are receiving return on our investment. So they are considered as cash flows from investing activities. Whereas कॅश आउटफ्लो, मी मगाशी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे कॅश आउटफ्लो विल बी फ्रॉम पेमेंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट टू डिबेंचर होल्डर्स, पेमेंट ऑफ डिव्हिडंड एटसेट्रा. इट विल बी शोन ॲज कॅश फ्लो फ्रॉम फायनान्सिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज. ओके. सेकंड आयटम इज टॅक्सेस. Tax paid on income is a part of cash flow from operating activities. Some extraordinary items such as bad debts recovered, claims received from insurance company, or winning a lottery or lawsuit, etc. should be disclosed separately as arising from operating, investing or financing activities. ज्याप्रमाणे असेल त्याप्रमाणे ते दाखवलं जाईल. And significant non-cash transactions. प्रत्येक कंपनीमध्ये काही नॉन कॅश ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स असतात which do not require the use of cash or cash equivalents, such as ॲक्विजिशन ऑफ ॲसेट बाय इश्यू ऑफ डिबेंचर्स, म्हणजे आपण ॲसेट घेतलेली आहे आणि डिबेंचर्स इश्यू केलेत. आपण इश्यू ऑफ डिबेंचर्स, इश्यू ऑफ शेअर्समध्ये बघितलेलं आहे. ऑर कन्व्हर्जन ऑफ डिबेंचर्स इंटू शेअर्स एटसेट्रा. या ठिकाणी कॅश इनफ्लो आणि आउटफ्लो होत नाही. सो ही नॉन कॅश ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स कन्सिडर केली जाऊन ती कॅश फ्लो स्टेटमेंटमध्ये दाखवण्याची गरज नाही. ओके. नाव लेट अस discuss the classification of business activities as per accounting standard 3 at a glance. See, operating activities are given here, cash inflows and cash outflows. By the activities of cash inflows, cash is coming in, and by cash outflows, cash is going out. Keep it in mind. So inflows आणि outflows चे at a glance दिलेले आहेत बघा. Cash says cash received from royalty fees and commission, cash received from debtors or trade receivables. Okay. Cash outflows are cash purchases, cash paid to creditors or trade payables, payment of operating expenses like wages, salary, office expenses, selling expenses, various office expenses, various selling expenses, etc. and payment of income tax. Okay. फक्त फायनान्शियल कंपनी असेल तर पुढील कॅश इनफ्लोज आणि आउटफ्लोज असतील. 1 मार्क क्वेश्चनला हे फार आवडीचा क्वेश्चन आहे, विचारला जातो. कॅश इनफ्लोजमध्ये इंटरेस्ट अँड डिव्हिडंड रिसिव्ड इन कॅश, प्रोसीड्स फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ सिक्युरिटीज, लोन्स अँड ॲडव्हान्सेस रिपेड बाय थर्ड पार्टीज. अँड आउटफ्लोज विल बी इंटरेस्ट पेड इन कॅश, पेमेंट फॉर परचेस ऑफ सिक्युरिटीज, लोन्स अँड ॲडव्हान्सेस टू थर्ड पार्टीज. These inflows and outflows are only in case of financial companies, as we have discussed earlier. Now, investing activities at a glance and financing activities. Investing activities, there will be cash inflow from sale of fixed assets, sale of non-current investment, interest received on debentures, dividend received on shares. मी मगाशी तुम्हाला समजावून सांगितले. Cash outflow, purchase of fixed assets, purchase of non-current investments, etc. Now, financing activities. Financing activities, cash inflow will be from issue of shares, that is issue of equity shares or preference shares, issue of debentures in cash, loan raised in cash, याचा अर्थ कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हलंट्स, म्हणजे त्याच्यात बँक बॅलन्स पण येतो, हे लक्षात ठेवा. लोन रेज्ड, जर लोन काढलं तर, आणि इन्क्रीज इन बॅलन्स ऑफ बँक ओव्हरड्राफ्ट ऑर कॅश क्रेडिट. बँक ओव्हरड्राफ्ट घेतला आपण बँकेकडून तर, किंवा कॅश क्रेडिट हे एका प्रकारचं लोन बँक देते बिझनेसमधला, ते घेतलं तर कॅश इनफ्लो होतो. कॅश आउटफ्लो बघा. कॅश आउटफ्लोज, पेमेंट फॉर बायबॅक ऑफ इक्विटी शेअर्स. काही वेळेला कंपनी मार्केटमधून आपले इक्विटी शेअर्स स्वतःच विकत घेते ॲट ए स्पेसिफिक ऑफर प्राईस फ्रॉम द शेअर होल्डर्स. इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज बायबॅक ऑफ इक्विटी शेअर्स. सो अमाऊंट इज पेड टू द इक्विटी शेअर होल्डर्स, सो इट इज कॅश आउटफ्लो. पेमेंट फॉर रिडम्शन ऑफ प्रेफरन्स शेअर्स, पेमेंट फॉर रिडम्शन ऑफ डिबेंचर्स. रिडम्शन मीन्स रीपेमेंट, वी नो दॅट. Repayments of loan, payment of dividend, payment of interest on long-term and short-term loans, payment of interest on bank overdraft and cash credit, payment of preliminary expenses like share issue expenses, etc. And if there is decrease in balance of bank overdraft or cash credit, it has decreased means we have paid the amount of bank overdraft or cash credit. This is the meaning of this outflow. Okay. Now let's study format of cash flow statement. This is the format of cash flow statement. See this format of cash flow statement. A part is, this is indirect method. There is also a direct method of cash flow statement, but it is not in our syllabus. We have to study indirect method. It is according to accounting standard 3. This cash flow statement is classified, divided in three parts. First is A, cash flow from operating activities, B is cash flow from investing activities, and C is cash flow from financing activities. This is continued here. From these items we will find out net cash from financing activities, net cash from or used in operating activities, net cash from or used in investing activities, and net cash from or used in financial activities. From these final amounts we will calculate net increase or decrease in cash or cash equivalents, means final answers. A चं फायनल आन्सर, बी चं फायनल आन्सर आणि सी चं फायनल आन्सर असं आपण फायनल आन्सर काढणार आहोत. जर निगेटिव्ह असेल तर नेट डिक्रीज इन कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हॅलंट्स असेल. जर पॉझिटिव्ह आन्सर असेल तर नेट इन्क्रीज इन कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हॅलंट्स असेल. ओके. इन दॅट आयटम वी विल ॲड कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हॅलंट्स ॲट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द इयर अँड देन वी विल गेट कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हॅलंट्स ॲट द एंड ऑफ द इयर. अंडरस्टूड? म्हणजे बिगिनिंगचे कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हॅलंट्स ॲड केल्यानंतर ॲट द एंडचे कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हॅलंट्स परफेक्टली आले पाहिजेत, म्हणजे आपण वरचं सगळं व्यवस्थित सोडवलं असा अर्थ होतो. आपण हे फॉर्मॅट शांतपणे ओळीनी व्यवस्थित नेक्स्ट पिरियडला बघणारच आहोत. ओके. कॅल्क्युलेशन ऑफ नेट प्रॉफिट बिफोर टॅक्स. नेट प्रॉफिट ऑफ करंट इयर घ्यायचं आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये ॲड करायचं आहे ट्रान्सफर टू रिझर्व्स लाईक जनरल रिझर्व एक्सेट्रा. देन proposed dividend for current year इथे लिहिले, that is wrong. proposed dividend for last year if paid it will be added. मागच्या वर्षीचा जो proposed dividend असतो तो या वर्षी पेड केला जातो, so it will be added here. करेक्ट करा ते. त्यानंतर interim dividend paid during the year, त्यानंतर provision for tax made during the current year, less refund of tax म्हणजे परत मिळालेले आहे टॅक्सचे भरलेले पैसे, आणि मग जी अमाऊंट येईल त्याला नेट प्रॉफिट बिफोर टॅक्स असं आपण म्हणणार आहोत. दिस टू फॉर्मॅट्स आर जस्ट गिवन इन दिस व्हिडिओ. आय विल डिस्कस these formats in detail tomorrow. Okay, that's all for today.